Now we are going to solve this problem. This problem was asked in GATE 2017. It says that a 220 volt 10 kilowatt 900 rpm separately excited DC motor has an armature resistance of 0.02 ohm. So we may write Ra is equal to 0.02 ohm. When the motor operates at rated speed, that is these are the ratings of the machine, with rated terminal voltage, that is this, the electromagnetic torque developed by the motor is 70 Newton meter. At any loading, the torque is given, that is torque given is 70 Newton meter. Neglecting the rotational losses of the machine, the current drawn by the motor from the 220 volt supply is, means when the torque, developed torque is 70 Newton meter, at this instant Ia has been asked. We know that torque is proportional to Ka phi Ia, and phi is constant, right? This is separately excited DC motor, so by default phi is constant unless stated, right? Some armature reaction effect or like that, so means it is constant. So this can be written as K dash Ia as already discussed under capsule number 3. Once torque is involved, we will use capsule number 3. So by anyhow, if we will find K dash, then we can get this Ia. So try to find out K dash again, because this torque, developed torque, fully depends on the armature current, right? And this developed torque will be the requirement of the mechanical torque, right? Load torque. To rotate any machine at constant speed, the two torques, mechanical torque which is opposing the developed torque, must be equal. Shaft torque, basically shaft torque, we will discuss. We have already discussed during our power flow lecture that if we talk about developed power PD, it means this is more than shaft power, means we may write this minus rotational losses, right? Core losses together known as mechanical losses, right? Mechanical losses and core losses together known as rotational losses. So we may write, okay, core losses, P core, we may write P core or core loss minus P mechanical loss minus P stray loss is equal to shaft power, that is output power. We have already discussed this power during power flow diagram lecture. So these two losses are together known as rotational losses, and if stray loss is not there, that is miscellaneous loss, by default it is ignored. So here the corresponding torque, that is this is nothing but EBIA, developed power, this is developed torque TD omega, right? This developed power, and shaft torque will be corresponding to this torque tau sh omega. So this is the basic difference between the two torques. So once the rotor is rotating at constant speed, it means the net acceleration is 0. Net angular acceleration is 0, it means net angular torque is 0. Net angular torque 0 means whatever shaft torque is there and load torque is there, these two torques are equal. This load torque is mechanical torque. Once motor tries to rotate the mechanical load connected on shaft, the shaft tries to oppose that torque, right? So in equilibrium position, when the equilibrium is there, then this speed becomes constant. If this dominates, then rotor starts accelerating. If this dominates, if you are putting more and more load, mechanical load, then this dominates, then rotor starts decelerating because of angular deceleration, right? So in a steady state condition, once this is constant, it means these two torques are equal. And once we will multiply with omega, both side means corresponding powers. Shaft power is equal to mechanical power, right? Power being transferred to the mechanical load. So in this problem, see, this is developed power. So we have developed power slightly higher than the shaft power to take care of these losses. So in the problem, by default stated loss is ignored, and it is stated that neglecting rotational losses, try to understand each and every point of the problem. Don't leave a single concept missed, otherwise you might be having some difficulty in your exam. I don't want you to have any single % chance to miss any problem in your exam. Be ready 100% to attack any problem. So from here we may observe that this is output power, that is machine rating, this is 10 kilowatt, right, given in the problem. So with these assumptions that these losses have been ignored, we may write this is equal to shaft power and this is 10 kilowatt. So rated speed is given, rated terminal voltage is given, rated power is given. So from these rating itself K dash can be obtained. How? Just see. We have PD as this, that is EBIA as this. So right here, from here you may start from here itself. EBIA is equal to PD, and now PD is equal to the output power, that is 10 kilowatt, that is 10,000. This is given. And EB is nothing but VT minus IARA times IA will be equal to 10,000. See, VT is given, RA is given, only IA is unknown, one equation, one unknown, we may get the value, right? Although this will be quadratic equation, so IA can be solved for, this equation can be solved for IA. Once IA is known, try to get torque, because we know that K dash can be obtained by knowing either EB and omega or torque and IA. So once IA is in front of you, try to search torque, and torque is this. So this torque can be obtained, this power is torque omega. So power is known, so torque can be obtained by obtaining this omega, and omega is rated in RPM, just convert in radian per second, that's it. Now you will get, I can see K dash is there, I can see that is there, that's it. So try to look problems with my eyes, that will be interesting for you also. So there are many ways, try some other ways also to find out K dash. There will be lots of ways to solve a single problem, right? Be ready for that. Okay, so just for solve for this implies the value is 220 minus IA times RA is 0.02 times again IA is equal to 10,000. This will be 220 IA minus 0.02 IA square is equal to 10,000, right? So take this side, so this will be a quadratic equation, 0.02 IA square, this side minus 220 IA plus 10,000 is equal to 0, right? ABC. So determine the discriminant, D is equal to B square minus 4AC minus 220 square minus 4 times 0.02 into 10,000, right? So therefore IA will be minus B, that is 220 plus minus under root D upon twice of 0.02, right? So we will get two values of Ia. So take the appropriate value. Corresponding to plus you will get very higher value, right? So ignore that, because this is 220. If you are going to add something, it will be very high. Then dividing with a small value, it will be very high. That is not practical value. So take the appropriate value. Two values can't be there, right? Only one armature current will be there. So the armature current within range will be accepted. So ignore one value, inappropriate value, and appropriate value will be, in my calculation, it is coming out to be 45.65 ampere. 45.65 ampere. That is, this is coming out to be Ia. So Ia is known, and T, developed torque, from the developed power can be known from the rating itself, right? So this TD may be written as is equal to PD by omega, and omega PD is how much? 10 kilowatt, and omega is 2 pi, speed in RPM 900 into 60, 2 pi n by 60, right? So after solving, we are getting 2 pi 900 by 60, right? So torque is directly coming out to be 106.103, 106.103, right? So torque has been evaluated. Therefore K dash can be obtained as torque. Substitute this value 106.103 upon Ia we have evaluated 45.65. So this gives you the value of 2.324. 2.324. So K dash is obtained now 2.324. Fine. So what you are waiting now? Once K dash is obtained, just relaxed. Whatever has been asked, you can obtain. So it has been asked Ia. See here, the current drawn by the motor from the same 220 volt supply is at the, when rated, operated at the same terminal voltage drop. So it develops corresponding to a particular load 70 Newton meter. So at T is equal to 70 Newton meter, Ia will be, Ia may be obtained T by K dash, 70 by K dash, that is 70 by K dash is coming out to be 2.324. 2.324. This gives the value of Ia corresponding to 70 Newton meter as 30 point something. So nearly equal to 30 ampere. This was multiple choice question in GATE. So you are having 4 options. So this is giving the value nearly equal to 30 ampere. So this option is correct option. Fine. So let us solve some more problems so that you will be assured that your training is complete. Now you are able to apply your concept of those capsules, 3 capsules. If you are still not revised, not watched that particular lecture with title numerical solving capsules for DC shunt motors, that can be also applied for DC separately excited DC motors. So revise those 3 capsules. I think a variety of problems can be solved by using those 3 capsules only. Fine.